Good morning. Well, the sun just came up. It looks like it's going to be kind of a sunny day today, but it's very cold outside. Here's some of my thoughts about after doing my reading this morning. What if you were an ambassador, a person who represented your friends and family in prayer? And I was mentioning this to someone already this morning. Not everyone feels called to pray. Not everybody. And it's a calling. What if you had a little family altar or a private altar, just like a shelf, even if it was a shelf on a bookshelf, or you put a shelf on a wall and you put a picture of Christ, like an icon of Christ, maybe a candle, maybe a censer, that burns incense. The candles could be like the electronic, the electric candles that flicker and illuminate the icon. And what if you had prayer requests that you wrote down on something as simple as a Post-it note, and you put that on the shelf, your altar, and you became an ambassador for your family and your friends. And every time you walk by that shelf, you just touch the shelf, you just touch Christ, and you breathe up a little prayer for that person. Not wishing and hoping, not just kind of like fingers crossed, I hope this works. But think about this. The average human being today in 2021 is such a consumer of data, television, movies. The average man, think about this, the average man just wants to eat, make money, have sex. But is he a prayer person? Is he called to speak to God? Well, let me ask you this. Is it possible that God might be calling you to pray? Almost like a lay monastic. You could be married, you could be in a relationship and still be a monastic person, a person of prayer. Think about this. You know how I talk about hydration, every time you walk by a water fountain, you take a sip from it. But you don't keep track. Because remember when they first said, you got to have 8 glasses of water a day. And I was thinking, I can't drink 8 glasses of water a day. It seems impossible. But let's say every time you walk by a water cooler or a water fountain, you take a sip. You do that all day long, you're going to have that amount of water. Think about praying. When you pray, when you ask God to intervene. And when you intervene, you stand in between people and their needs and God. Those that are sick in your family, friends that are not doing well. Can you imagine praying for all your friends, writing a list of all your friends, writing a list of all your family, and you put that on the shelf, the quote-unquote family altar. And every time you walk by, just like the water fountain, every time you walk by, you just touch it and you just say, Lord, be with so-and-so. Or please help Aunt so-and-so, or Uncle so-and-so, or cousin this, or friend that. It's not superstitious. It's not wishful thinking. It's not wishing and hoping. What if you were called to a life of prayer in that way? In that way. Just a thought on this Sunday morning.